Erica, how you doing?
I mean, look, Jim, I think how is anybody doing this morning when you look at how this keeps happening? And you and I have covered too many of these, and I try really hard. It's getting harder.
You think about what these parents are going through, and they'll never see their kids again.
News anchors breaking down, reporting on the mass shooting in Uvalde, Texas that left 19 kids and 2 adults dead.
An elementary school. Beautiful, innocent, second, third, fourth graders.
CNN's Erica Hill couldn't hold back her tears on air Wednesday as her co-anchor asked how she's doing following the tragic event.
How is anybody doing this morning when you look at how this keeps happening? And you and I have covered too many of these, and I try really hard. It's getting harder. Yeah. Every time we report on these and you look at the pain in these parents' faces and you think of the communities that are impacted forever and the trauma they'll feel, the families, the first responders, the teachers, every single person who works in that school, the other children who survived.
Similar sentiments were shared by Fox News host Ainsley Earhardt, who choked up speaking about the grieving families.
And you think about what these parents are going through, and they'll never see their kids again. You know, and even if they have 3 kids, it doesn't replace the one that they lost. But what about the mom who has 1 child, and she will never be a grandmother because this man went into these schools and did this?
Hill and Earhardt are just 2 of the many on-air personalities who've shared emotional reactions to the tragedy, like the ladies of The View.
These are lives. Yes. These are little children.
They're little children's lives, right? And I think there's something about that aspect that so shocks the conscience.
Kelly Ripa and Ryan Seacrest.
I can tell you personally the toll that this takes on these families are forever. The mark has been left forever. They'll never, this is unrecoverable.
And late night stars James Corden and Stephen Colbert, who host shows that usually start with laughter. Instead, they shared somber messages in their opening monologues. Stephen asking for prayers and change.
While we can add our prayers for the dead, there is nothing that can ever be said that can approach the immeasurable grief of those families. But while we're at it, let's pray this time our leaders show a modicum of courage in trying to prevent this from ever happening again.
And James, a dad to 3 kids, tries to comprehend how the grieving parents are feeling.
It's unfathomable. As a father, I can't imagine the horror of that phone call. When I dropped my kids off at school this morning and kissed them goodbye, it doesn't cross your mind that that could ever be the last goodbye. And the thought of that phone call, that your child is the victim in a mass shooting, is beyond comprehension as a human being.